Hello there ladies and gentlemen, TX141 here, also known as Paul, bringing you the 7th instalment of my arcade tutorial series that I like to call TX's Tips. In today's instalment we'll be taking a look at how we can manipulate the matchmaker and the battle rating system in order to get the most out of the lineups we choose when we go into a standard arcade game. I'm going to make a quick disclaimer that all of the information I'm now about to provide is based on my personal experience and not the actual intricacies and actual workings of the matchmaker system on the War Thunder servers, so as a result some of the information I point out today may be inaccurate. Moreover, I'd also like to apologise for the fact that this video is going to be full of a lot of stills and tableau rather than actual gameplay footage. However, hopefully I can keep it entertaining enough for you and informative enough for you guys and girls to enjoy. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so before I go into any discussion or analysis of the matchmaker system, I would like to make 3 key assumptions based on my personal experience. Assumption number 1. The matchmaker for your given lineup of an average battle rating of say 4.0 will try to match you to opponents with the same average battle rating in terms of their lineup. What do I mean by this? Well, if your lineup has an average of say 4.0, the matchmaker will try to put you against opponents with the same average lineup battle rating of 4.0. Assumption number 2. If the perfect number of opponents is not available, i.e. for say a 15 versus 15 game, the matchmaker cannot find 29 other players who have the same average battle rating as yourself in their lineup, the matchmaker will put on a battle rating of spread plus or minus 1.3 in order to try and promote equality in terms of the gameplay, but also to speed up the matchmaker process. What does this mean exactly? Well, if you have an average battle rating lineup of 4.0, you could face opponent lineups ranging from battle ratings of 2.7 to 5.3. Assumption number 3. The matchmaker will also factor in the ranks of your aircraft and try to match the ranks of your aircraft in your lineup to that of your opponents. Say for example you have a lineup which consists of 3 rank 3 aircraft and 2 rank 2 aircraft. The matchmaker will try to put you against opponents with the same setup, 3 rank 3s, 2 rank 2s, in order to promote equality in the game, although there will be slight variations if the idealistic number of opponents is not available with this setup. With the assumptions upon which I'm going to base this analysis now stated and clarified, we move on. In War Thunder, all planes are categorized by battle rating and rank. Starting with rank, there are 5 ranks of aircraft in War Thunder, ranging from 1 to 5 in integer value. The battle rating system factors in as well, with there being battle ratings ranging from 1.0 to 9.0 as depicted on your screen right now. It is these 2 sets of data which will factor into the matchmaker system as a whole. Additionally, whilst you may be able to have a lineup of more than 3 planes, the minimum number of planes you are required to field in terms of getting into an arcade battle is 3. And it is 3 aircraft, the top 3 battle rating aircraft, which will always be considered in the matchmaker system. The matchmaker will always consider the top 3 battle rating aircraft as follows. Firstly, by battle rating, whereby the higher the battle rating, the harder the opponents you are going to face theoretically. Secondly, rank comes in because if you have 3 aircraft in your lineup, all with equal battle ratings, such as seen in the Russians with the I-16 Type 27, the Yak-3 and the Yak-9U all at a battle rating of 4.0, the higher the rank, the greater the effect the aircraft has in terms of the opponent you are going to face in the matchmaker system, whereby in the example I've provided, the Yak-9U at a rank of 4 will influence you to go up against much harder and higher performance opponents, so you are less likely to end up going up against rank 2s as the I-16 would cause you to. Breaking this down just in terms of battle rating for the time being, I feel as though I can explain the system as follows. In your top 3 battle rating aircraft, Your matchmaker battle rating is the rounded up average of the battle ratings of these three planes. I'm going to provide an example on screen very shortly. However, to give you a different verbal example, if your top three aircraft have battle ratings of 4.3, 4.0 and 3.7, you will come out with a matchmaker battle rating of 4.0, as this is the exact average. I am now showing an example of this with my top three aircraft being a MiG-315BK, an I-16 Type 18 Ishak and a MiG-315. As we can see, the top three battle ratings are 2.3, 2.0 and 1.7 respectively, giving us an average matchmaker battle rating of 2.0. But what if I now have three top battle rating aircraft with consecutive battle ratings? In this situation, the matchmaker system will classify your battle rating as being the middle one of the three. The example I'm about to depict involves a battle rating 3.0 aircraft, one with a 2.7 and one with a 2.3, and as we can see, the system has put us with a battle rating of 2.7, bringing light to what I've just said. As a result, it is now worth asking, what if I have a lineup whereby my top aircraft has a battle rating of say 4.3 and planes 2 and 3, the next highest battle rating aircraft, both have battle ratings of 4.0. Does this mean that my battle rating in the matchmaker system will be rounded down to 4.0 because of the average, or will it be rounded up? The answer is that the battle rating will be rounded up to the top battle rating for your lineup. So in the example I've provided, it would be 4.3, although the example I'm now about to put on the screen will take this further. So, in the example here we can see that we had a Yak-1B, a MiG-334 and an I-153 M62 Chiker. The battle rating of the Yak-1B is 3.0, whilst the other two planes have battle ratings of 2.7, and we can see that the matchmaker system has rounded our average up to 3.0, meaning that we cannot get away with having one plane with a battle rating one level higher than all the others in our lineup. We will always get the highest possible battle rating for that lineup. We are then left facing the question, well, if we go by a system of averages for the matchmaker system, can I take one plane with an incredibly high battle rating and reduce this by having loads of planes with very low battle ratings? The answer is no. You can only ever drop the battle rating of a given top aircraft by one level. And as depicted here in this example, featuring a top 3 lineup of an F8F-1B Bearcat, an F8F-1 Bearcat and a P51D5 Mustang, despite the fact the second Bearcat and the Mustang have much lower battle ratings than the 1B Bearcat, we are only able to drop the battle rating of the 1B Bearcat from 6.3 to 6.0, despite the fact that our average, if we did it ourselves manually, would come out a lot less than 6.0. So, having discussed the concept of battle rating by itself in quite some detail, we are now going to come on to how rank filters into this. I've already stated that for a given lineup battle rating put into the matchmaker, you will face a potential 1.3 spread plus or minus from your actual battle rating number. This spread and where you fall within it is influenced by the rank of your planes, in particular the top plane in your lineup. I now have two USSR aircraft lineups to demonstrate this factor. Firstly, the lineup on screen at the moment features an I-185M82, an LA-5FN and a Yak-3. These are the three top battle rating planes, all with a battle rating of 4.0. In terms of the plus or minus 1.3 spread, because all these planes are at rank 3 and this is the typical rank for a battle rating of 4.0, we will usually find that the opponents we go up against will be of roughly say 3.7 to 4.3 in their battle rating values. Meanwhile, if I move on to the next lineup, this is going to change. We have now put in a Yak-9U. This plane has a battle rating of 4.0, but its rank is that of 4, not 3. So, our top 3 aircraft could be considered to be the Yak-9U, the Yak-3 and the LA-5FN. And because we have a rank 4 and 2 rank 3s, we must, on occasion, see the higher section of the spread, so this lineup is more likely to face battle ratings of 4.7 up to the maximum of 5.3 because of the fact that most rank 4 aircraft tend to fall within that category rather than down at a battle rating of 4.0. To reiterate, the two lineups depicted will allow you to get into games quite easily based upon the rules that I've stated concerning the matchmaker. Lineup 1 had an average battle rating of 4.0, comprised of rank 3 aircraft, quite a common battle rating at rank 3. Lineup 2 is a little bit less common, a battle rating 4.0 lineup with a rank 4 aircraft, although seen as rank 4 aircraft coming at roughly a battle rating of 4.7, and you can average this down to 4.3, the battle rating system will have quite an easy time at putting you against fair opponents. But let us now push the battle rating system and indeed the matchmaker to an extreme. The lineup now on your screen is a battle rating 3.7 lineup with a rank 4 aircraft in the form of that Yak 9U. It is very rare that an aircraft at rank 4 will have a battle rating of 4.0, although examples include the Tempest Mark V Vickers P and the Me-410 A1U4. As a result, the matchmaker will have an incredibly hard time trying to match you against like-for-like opponent setups with the same set of ranked aircraft and indeed that same average battle rating of 3.7. On a number of occasions I've had to wait for over 3 minutes in order to get a game with this lineup because of the way I've set it up. As a result, it does mean that on occasion you will struggle to get into a game simply because the system will try partnering you up against opponents who just are not there. Although if anything this is a compliment to the fact that the system does try to put you up against equal opposition when appropriate and where it can. To repeat what we have just stated via the use of two more examples, let us take a look at an American line. In the two lineups that I'm about to show, we are looking at battle rating 3.0 lineups. Starting with this first lineup, we can see that the F4U-1A, the P-40E-1 and the A-20G-30 are the three aircraft that cause us to have a battle rating of 3.0 with a rank set of 2. If we switch to our second lineup, which has the same battle rating of 3.0, we can see that our F4U-1D Corsair, A-20G-30 and P-40E Kitty Hawk calls this once more. However, the F4U-1D here has rank 3 by comparison with the 1A in the previous chart of 2. What this means is the first lineup will usually put you against opponents of battle ratings of 3.0 ranging from 2.7 to 3.3 on average. Meanwhile, the second lineup featuring the 1D will usually put you towards the higher end of the battle rating spectrum, whereby you're more likely to go up against opponents with lineups of 3.7 up to 4.3, simply because you have a higher rank and therefore tend towards the higher section of your battle rating spread. So what can we get out of this exactly? Well, say for example you purchased a new aircraft and you want to fly it against equal opponents or perhaps opponents who are more likely to have lower battle ratings than the aircraft you bought. What you can do is simply apply the rule whereby you have that aircraft at the top of your lineup with the highest battle rating, the second aircraft with a battle rating 1 below it, and then a third aircraft with a battle rating 2 below that of your top. This will drop your average by 1 battle rating level and will mean that you're less likely to go up against more dangerous opponents. I use this very frequently when I'm upgrading aircraft, and a very good example would be when I'm trying to upgrade my TA-152H1, whereby I will have that at the top of my lineup with its battle rating of 6.3. I will then have a Messerschmitt Y9K4 with its battle rating of 6.0, and then I will have a Messerschmitt Y9G10 with its battle rating of 5.7 in order to drop my battle rating to 6.0 and lower the chances that I have of facing purely jet aircraft matches or games with a lot of jet aircraft. We also know now to avoid the pitfall of having one plane with a higher battle rating and then the two below it having equal battle ratings, as this will force us into games with our highest battle rating setup. And finally, if you do want to have a constant battle rating and not have it increase slightly, then you will need all three of your top aircraft to have the same battle rating in order to achieve this. What's more, Rank always factors in, and if you can keep the ranks of all your aircraft as equivalent, i.e. your top 3 aircraft having all equivalent ranks, this will help you stay in the middle of your battle rating spread. Meanwhile, having ranks in your top 3 aircraft can cause you to go to the higher section or the lower section of your 1.3 battle rating spread, and you should always be aware of that. So, with all that being said, we can see that the matchmaker system comes down to 2 key priorities. Number 1, the average battle rating of your top 3 battle rating planes. This will decide exactly which battle rating matches you are likely to go into. And secondly, the ranks of said planes, whereby if the ranks are higher than the majority of ranks for the same battle rating, you are more likely to receive the top end of your 1.3 battle rating spread. Meanwhile, if the rank of the said aircraft is usually lower than the standard rank you would see for that battle rating, then you're more likely to receive the lower end of the battle rating spread of 1.3. Still, please take everything I've said in this video with a pinch of salt, simply because I do not know the exact intricacies of the matchmaker system for War Thunder. I've done this basically on personal experience and what I've seen. Still, if you have enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more tips and tricks videos for War Thunder on my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment or subscribe. I've been TX141, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, take care and good luck in the skies!